Welcome everyone to another random live stream. What bitrate is too high? That is also anyway. That I recently said the last random live stream was of course random news live stream and random other garbage. Doesn't mean that we are, by the way, do I leak here anything? So not. That didn't mean that we don't stream other random amazing open source stuff. So welcome to this episode of Let's Update Firefox. So I've run here already scripts update package Firefox here with our amazing, not one-man, open source rolling release source distribution. Let's quickly check if I have verbose build on, which I probably are. Okay, is still on. So then let's build this Firefox. Let's see if that builds. I have not tried this for the being surprised myself. Recurring shout out here. Comments in the audience, they are already using Firefox 70. That is amazing stuff. I might, depending on how this is going. So the thing is with Firefox, of course, that it's quite some the ball game here, that whether it compiles or not with the latest version or not the latest version of Rust, because bootstrapping Rust and Cargo, also previous, all the many live streams, somewhat not the most amazing, pleasant. Well, apparently maybe Rust. Hey, Rust and Cargo are maybe new enough, but apparently not cbind again has version. We need a little bit higher version of that. Yeah, also what would be a Firefox release without? Wait a second, we can actually check if there's a cbind gen. Doesn't. Yeah, amazing recurring theme here. Cbind again. That this stuff doesn't fall for. Yeah, also I mentioned this before, this is not the most amazing open source experience when the stuff doesn't update URL scan here, cbind gen. Let's maybe, I don't have a check version URL yet. Let's add this also. Yeah, alt this, some keyboard does have the alt graph. Check version URL, each workplace, each desk here has another keyboard layout. This also doesn't also, yeah, okay, I need to implement this. This is darn it. Anyway, amazing, not amazing URLs to here version 9. Okay, a little bit improvement needed for our update scanning stuff here. Another day. Update cbind gen 091. Yeah, of course, for each and every release of everything, you need to update some dependencies. Build package cbind gen. This, of course, being I think C language binding stuff for Rust. Not sure what's up with YouTube notifications. Are hit and miss. Yeah, sorry today. Sometimes it's my fault, not only blaming other people. Sometimes, like today, I was too lazy to schedule a correct date, because each time I think when I open this amazing YouTube live stuff, I can schedule it for another day. The problem is, I think it usually takes the date of the next day. Like if I open this, like now, what time do we even have? We have 16:51. So when I open this YouTube stuff, then I think it proposes to schedule it for tomorrow that time. So that would be 16:51. And so today I did not check the schedule check marks. So that might be my fault. So yeah, but the stream just started. So because I each time need to go to the day, change the day to today, and change the time to some minutes. And this is a little bit of clicking because anyway. So yeah, recurring theme, micro dependency for Rust, not the most, in my opinion, amazing stuff. But yeah, a beautiful release for all, says Chris Mills. Posted 22nd, which day is it even today or yesterday? That is today. And released today, including great new features such as secure password generation with logwise, and the new Firefox privacy protection report, amazing user features and by the way, not a paid advertisement, just a release announcement. Not that you later tell me that this have not been amazing features. Plenty of cool additions, developers in this release, including DOM mutation, breakpoints, inactive CSS rule indication and the dev tools, several new CSS text properties, 2-value display syntax, JS numeric separators. Do we also are still compiling that? And of course, YouTube is not receiving enough video to maintain smooth playback because, yeah. Also, can I decrease the bandwidth? I think I can still, because they changed in OBS that not all settings are changeable anymore while we are streaming. Let's change this to 5 Mbit. As getting real with headings, all the amazing stuff. Yeah, all the amazing stuff, and still not VA API accelerated video playback, I guess. Color contrast information in the color picker, which, by the way, fun fact, I still need to make our color picker more amazing in our own exact scan. Yeah, actually, you want to see all this build stuff to scroll. What is it? Still compiling. Can't make. Hey, I think this is just. Amazing compile times 2019. We can actually do some other stuff. So you have seen this. Also WebSocket Inspector, and I think it was JavaScript. Performance improvements. So they, one of the more newsworthy information here, they switched to a general faster thanks to a new baseline interpreter. Learn more about the baseline interpreter, and yeah, I probably could have summarized it a little bit more, but that would be here. And apparently, yeah, similar. I made a couple of live streams about JIT, so needed type information from the baseline JIT to enable more optimized tiers. Wanted to use JIT compilation runtime speed, however modern web has such large code base. Yeah. Here you see it directly from Mozilla. Modern JIT, modern web has such large code bases that even the relatively fast baseline JIT compilers spend a lot of time compiling. Here, no shit, Sherlock. Just what we recently showed out. Here also Rust and stuff, and yeah, also still waiting for the AMD SKU 3950X. While we are waiting for this compilation, which probably you want to see more, can we probably optimize this a little bit? What is even stream health? Stream is healthy, apparently. What I wanted to do is take a look on FPGA tools. So it's probably time to fire up a second cool vintage retro terminal here for YouTube views and package some FPGA tools while we wait for that, which probably we want to have here some. Yeah, how long does this stuff compile? Apparently long. So yeah, Rust runs of 3 minutes are normal. So yeah, Rust is amazing. So user source, I already packaged some stuff. I will probably not finished. I mostly wanted to take a look. Apparently Rust is new enough, although I'm very much aware that there is a new Rust release, but we probably wait until packaging and compiling this. We also need to optimize our Rust and Cargo packaging because it's still not entirely bootstrapping, and eventually, and yeah, so many videos already, 5 videos for sure with Rust and Cargo, and still not really bootstrapping here amazingly. Leave me in the comments below, by the way. Theoretically, I would need a Firefox not only on the PS3 but also the SG Octane. So leave me in the comments below if you want to see me one day or weekend just trying to get some vintage Firefox building there. The problem is, of course, the new Firefox releases not only require Rust but also maybe JavaScript JIT variants that do not support MIPS. So yeah, most likely we will need to go way back in time and package some 5-year-old or whatever Firefox overlay for MIPS 64 or something of that sort. Anyway, so regarding FPGA coming here sometime soon, like these days, and I already packaged quite some stuff, like maybe this Yosis from Clifford Wolf. Let's see, scripts, find Yosis. What did I not package this? I thought I did. Anyway, let's maybe start with the small hanging fruits because we have quite some stuff to package. Whatever I packaged there. So Aston here from 1-Bit Square, FPGA fame with Icebreakers the other day. He has some FPGA tools, and I could of course just run this and have all the stuff maybe compiled into my home directory in SFT like software. That is however not where I want this, although I could redefine this here, but whatever. Of course I want all this stuff packaged in T2 for easy emerging and you playing along at home. And recurring fans there. Thank you for asking. Mr. Open Source Robot is doing mostly fine. Now that we took our app out of the App Store, if you were wondering, that is a thing, yet that is a thing. And live here on exactscan/MAS, too long didn't read. There you have it, why we are leaving the App Store, because not amazing. So in other news, we want to package this stuff because certainly these packages should be in each and every one's distribution. I slightly wonder that I was pretty sure. Anyway, let's start with the low-hanging fruits. Maybe Icestorm is a small tool, and this is just, oh wait a second, Icestorm, maybe not. Did I package Icestorm? Scripts Ice. Also not Icestorm. Maybe I have some of those only on the server. So cbind gen build. So let's commit that. Cbind gen. Little update. And yeah, another day I also still wonder why some packages use nice names and some packages use this really stupid names here. And the problem is our update scanner does not cope with this not really nice prefixed names. Not really sure why. Maybe it's looking for a dash or an underscore at least. So I will most likely have to change the... probably I will actually rewrite the update tracker, because the update that is here, we made an experiment when we were more in C++, a friend and I, that we made here some... Does it make sense to rewrite build scripts for a distribution here with statically typed C++? In my opinion, this experience was not the most amazing, and from this proof of concept stuff we have here this update tracker, which didn't touch it much. A decade it works somewhat, but most likely I will rewrite this, most likely in Lua, because that is certainly much more amazing for working with strings and what we mostly love here nowadays for most stuff. And so then let's try to build Firefox again and go back to, actually maybe let's actually fire up another retro vintage terminal thing and log into a data center and see if I have this stuff laying around there, which would be this one where already this morning did the regular morning T2 updates, which by the way we want to resize so that we have stuff scrolling by there, and see if this configures the Firefox. So let's see, I actually thought I started this, or did I? Actually, yeah, we have users here, so why? Okay, so apparently I started to package this, maybe wasn't entirely finished. So maybe let's, even though I think this most likely didn't build, if I have it in such a state, then also Firefox didn't build. What does it want now? Library, what SQLite? Yeah, okay. Source update SQLite. Yeah, also this version numbering is a little bit also I wonder why our update checker thinks this version number is smaller. Maybe it's doing some, I have really no idea what it's doing there. Statically typed C++ code for what it's worth. Yeah, that is slightly newer. Yeah, the version numbering, recurring theme here, some stuff really strange in the open source community, this kind of version. This date, it's like, yeah, yes, it's the internal tech name, people commented this, but yet I find this version numbering a little bit, So, also YouTube complains about receiving not enough video and code stuff, so yeah. Also AMD still needs to send 3950X order our way, because otherwise thermal throttling, what is no here, doesn't exist. SQLite. So too many cool retro terminals. I wanted to check your sys. Wanted to copy and paste this here and commit this. So this most likely doesn't build, but whatever. Edit this version. This is only auto-generated for the copying from an existing package. So whatever, doesn't really build, but doesn't matter too much. We can fix it here. And then, yeah, also how much stuff do I do on a daily basis, keeping all these packages up to date that much. And of course we have some thermal throttling and 10 frames, but whatever. So another thing, let's maybe start with the low-hanging fruit. Certainly our Mac Mini here, is aging Mac Mini, is busy compiling SQLite. And so stuff we need to package, which by the way, fun fact, did I start to package Ice, what is it, Icestream, or what was it? Icestorm. Scripts find Icestorm. No, it didn't package that. So I package all of the other stuff locally, because that is certainly much nicer to work with cut and paste and stuff, although the Mac Mini is aging. So this means we need Icestorm. That is the reverse engineering of FPGA stuff. So Icestorm flow uses Apache Arachne PNR, and Icestorm, fully open source, Verilog to bitstream flow for IS40 FPGAs, just what we have here on the shelf, what we want to get using ASAP. And by the way, do they have here IOs? Where is here IOs, pin spacing package? Anyway, so yeah, quite some stuff to package. Let's maybe see what. So what I usually do in T2, and even if you're not using this, maybe using it soon, because as you see, we are getting here all the latest and greatest, most amazing packages. SVN, MKDear, that was Icestorm, right? Icestorm and Icestorm. So maybe let's not subversion copy this, because historically I often have done this, like just svncp. However, the problem is that actually the delta is not smaller, because then the delta is all the previous, like a lot of deletes, like deleting all the previous lines and adding all the new lines. So the delta is like twice as large approximately, so it doesn't even make much sense. So since a couple of years I just regular copy this. So Icestorm, also focus, Icestorm desk. And yeah, certainly making T2 one of the most developer friendly, all the latest greatest tools here, SQLite, Firefox, FPGA, and all the other developers' best friends, LLVM, Ceiling, Musel, and Rust and Cargo, you name it. SQLite, commit that, does it look correct? 33, whatever, commit, and then build Firefox. Again, comment to the audience to use, don't use this anymore, this something PNR, it has been completely superseded. Ah, okay, next PNR, okay, good to know, thank you very much. I've seen this in Eston's scripts there. And anyway, we probably Icestorm we need, I guess. So that means a little bit of metadata, because it is always nice to have up to date. And this, and then uses and that, and Icestorm, so URL. And yeah, also multitasking, right? Compiling Firefox, it's a pity. Also, when you find this live stream here a little bit stuttering and encoding throughput, AMD Ryzen 3950X coming soon to this live stream ASAP, as soon as AMD is shipping it. Bitstream format, lettuce. What is the best? So just a little bit of copying here of maybe if providing tools analyzing bitstream files like that. Oops. So 70 characters right, somewhere like that. 70 characters right, like that. So, reverse engineering, documenting. Engineering and documenting FPGA bitstream format, and then download. Yeah, by the way, so much to aging Intel Core i7 performance, but you are used to this from this channel anyway. I'm building just with 4 cores and NICE, and yet encoding throughput only 3 Mbit, 14 frames, you name it. And yeah, download, where would that be? So bitstream format, meaning the format where the all the internal encoding of all the logic elements, like this being sent to the FPGA to implement the dedicated logic setup and internal wiring just the way you wanted to. You defined it and synthesized it. So where would be the download? This is release support for something. So what do I install? This is installing Icestorm tools. This would probably be that. Icestorm, yeah, so that is that. And release what? No release? There are not release tags yet. Also, does it have a top level? It has a top level file, then probably. Yeah, well, we can check out, we can git check out this. The problem is we have support for git checkout. Let's grab git. I only need to, can't memorize all the stuff. Actually, this is also, this is a release from GitHub. So yeah, this is actually here, this is a syntax for Icestorm direct, oops, also. So that would be, yeah. Icestorm. And so this is of course super easy, just git plus HTTP or HTTPS. Then let's maybe for reproducibility, let's copy here this. Yeah, also modern web stuff can't even copy this text here because this is 00E. Yeah, 00E28. We need the full anyway, so that would be this commit. And then I don't know. Let's call this better also. Yeah. And to something like that. What is this shortened to D8? Okay, D8. And then here, it's why is this shortened? Because nobody wants to pronounce and remember all this long stuff. So Icestorm. So what I usually do, I could. Let's first download this Icestorm. So I could take a look into the makefile, but usually I just download this and yeah. So this downloaded this reference. What reference is not in tree? Why is this not in tree? Did we miss copy and paste here some ID or what? Maybe it looks like that we, no, 2933. What the heck? Why is this not in tree? Oh, maybe I didn't update the... I didn't update here this GitHub URL. So this is Clifford Icestorm. So yeah, it takes, thanks wrong URL, thanks for reading, that is always good to have. What did we package that or what? So it, maybe I should actually fix this to error out on this and not package then the wrong, anyway. So you see it's using here the abbreviated checksum, so let's try to, yeah, this of course will totally kill the aging Core i7 Mac Mini here. Build package Icestorm. Not sure if that will just do something, because I have not looked into the make file. As you know, modern build systems, we have hundreds of them. But let's see, Icestorm. We will also not live stream all of this, although actually we could go through many of them. I also have some other work to finish, just documentation of how much work everything is. Where would be the, why do I always, wait a second, we are already not seeing the forest in front of all the trees or something of that sort. So sub there something for all, so clean mxe bin, what's the target, config make, and where is the default? So all is so all for all and sub ds all, and install and uninstall. Yeah, that looks like that could potentially just work, which maybe we wanna suspend this Firefox build for not excessively. Wait a second, did I not? Oh, wait a second, this is also too many. Yeah, the reason is normally I would have a little bit slightly, okay, we're compiling this already, and normally I would have a different setup with like more tiling. Like the problem is then the text is too small for you to read at home on your receiving devices, so that is why a little bit, yeah, not highly optimal, but anyway, you certainly want for multitasking probably better tile that. Okay, other stuff we could already take a look in. We need some more tools, as people point out, this next PNR something stuff. This Yosys didn't build for me the last time, so Yosys next PNR. So place and root predecessor of this, so we're probably, maybe we don't need this then. But I don't know, maybe we anyway package all of them. Okay, third party. The problem is this also from Clifford Wolf, or it's at least Yosys headquarter, Clifford Wolf and team. The problem is I see already here third party, so I had the same problem with Yosys, that I packaged there some third party checkout thing and it still didn't build because Yosys needed some very specific tiling. You can zoom on text. Yeah, but if I zoom on, you mean zoom full screen. If I zoom one tile, then you have like only one quarter of this screen anyway. But unless you have some amazing zooming in into your tile, something set up. Welcome, Piotr. Is deprecated? Yes. Someone just said this, like Navarro. But for compilation you need many gigabytes of memory. Oh, okay, that is good. Then I probably should have taken my Ryzen build out of the compute shelf there, which anyway, which actually brings me to, maybe this will then, anyway. Yeah, welcome everyone. As usual with, yeah, I should have known better, and we failed here with something, which is also, fun fact, Piotr probably recognizes all the build errors from Rock Linux times, right? It's the life of packaging stuff. So Icestorm would be what failed here, except maybe out of memory or something of FTDE. No, where is this coming from? Maybe uses, I have no idea. So the last time I built this on the data center, I didn't build for some reason. But yeah, so much to actually was thinking, should I take the Ryzen out because I have some other stuff to do. But now that Piotr says you need to have multiple gigabytes, that might not be enough on this upgraded Mac Mini. So let's start packaging this as well. That would be, actually we can do this in this one. So package develop SVN MK, oh yeah, SVN KDIR also. So much to packaging that first and needing other headers that might be in one of those here. Also, yeah, not symbiosis, and to next PNR desk. So I will most likely not stream all this boring packaging, although as usual when we think ourselves it's too boring then most people tuned in. But yeah, so this Berkeley, so for users you need this Berkeley ABC, something external, a specific version, otherwise it's not compatible, at least as far as I found the last time I tried this some months ago when we started to prepare for this. And let's see, commons. So generation of databases takes a massive amount of memory. It's a generation of databases, yeah, so that's why they are single-threaded. That's why they are single-threaded and each of them takes a massive amount of memory. Okay, interesting to know. So luckily we just upgraded our Ryzen build from last year with 64 gigabyte of memory. That should be enough for everyone, I hope anyway. And should be by itself. Maybe it does, but actually maybe I need to. So yeah, with Git, there is some Git external something, but the last time I checked, it didn't do this. So, but maybe I need to change our T2, aka previous Rock Linux code base, to run Git with Git external, check out something, because by itself, I think at least the way we run it, it didn't do it. And portable, so currently supports. Yeah, so much to that. I should have known better and just taken the AMD Ryzen, which is of course also slightly annoying that AMD is not delivering the latest one that we really urgently need. Pity they fulfill the Amazon shipments first and not ours. So probably that is, I guess, the homepage. Don't use the stable version of yours. What? Don't use the stable version? I packed. I did extra efforts to check out the stable version. So you're saying the masterhead is specifically much more developed and more amazing, right? So much to hear. Packaging the stable version for distribution, and then people say don't use it. So yeah, keeping on releasing pretty much outdated in the day of releases made. So okay, thanks for that hint. Anyway, also yeah, this doesn't even have a release because reasons. So then probably let's package the head here. So I usually package the I would not need to make this extra effort. I could just check out head, but then this would not be reproducible, and as you know, everyone likes reproducible, what if I don't know, reproducible builds. This is why I do this extra effort. To where is even the shortened? Shortened is to, can we load this to BA8? That would be this one. And then git plus https Clifford Wolf. That would be next PNR, also pick and root or something. This, And wait a second, what have I damaged here now? Live on YouTube. That would be next PNR. This shortened that. Okay, if you are saying that I should PNR, next PNR, often changes need a bunch of tools to fix bugs and add features, and yeah, I understand. Also, tagging a new release as soon as something is stable is also highly appreciated, but yeah, certainly we can check out anything. All the independent, what they are all so independent that it's a good idea to pull Justus next minute. Trellis, Icestorm, and all of the same days, so they are fit together. Okay, that's a good thing that we do this today. Then let's also update Justus, which I just committed to Justus to. Oh, this is I see. This is not loading because it's not Clifford, but that. Which, by the way, is still building, maybe not. Anyway, so then what did I do now? Wait a second. First, next PNR. Yeah. What did we say? This we wanted to update this. Maybe something there. That would be that. Also not GitHub. Next PNR. Also best with an I in Git. And yeah, so if you're playing along at home, then you probably want to run Piotr's script there. Otherwise, it's only a couple of days until everything is packaged nicely in T2. One of those wired questions: shouldn't isync be enough on PowerPC if you just copy data to be run as code? I tried most stuff now, including switching to another context running in supervisor mode. You ask questions. If you just copy data to be run as code, tried most stuff. So you're saying your PowerPC is not executing the an old copy in the iCache, I guess, or So next PNR did we? So next is Justus again. Also, beyond the list of tools I gave you before, I hope you also package iVerilog and Verilator, or at least for the basic simulation needs. Yeah, I saw this on your summon FPGA tools list. I wanted to go through all of them and package them. But as usual, as you see, this stuff is getting a little bit long. Next PNR, what did I wanted to update next? Right, I wanted to update Justus to the latest version. So RV, okay, this also apparently moved as far as I've seen here now from 20x. So update this from Clifford Wolf to Justus headquarter. To the latest head checkout, that would be this one. Shortened to something else. Somehow today all shortened stuff ends with an 8. I have the impression. AAB. and copy this in here. Oops. So yeah, that will take another hour to package everything and test and whatnot. Maybe fix a couple of compile errors on the way. Scripts download, use this. Yeah, as usual, quite some people watching. Sometimes I wonder, even myself, why. Okay, here's also Git missing now that we switched from a release to Git. Also still not good because do we really need tar gset? Anyway, also what is wrong with I today? I have the feeling maybe the I membrane key on the Sun keyboard is stuck, that we always miss the I. So yeah, this might take a while. Packaging fun brings back memories, yeah. In the meantime, we are in this aging code base. We are at a revision 48,840 something, which, yeah, approaching 50,000, and certainly for 50,000 we can throw a big party. So, uses next PNR. So we can probably continue to build Firefox here. So yeah, quite some stuff to go. I will most likely continue doing this off camera, but just that you have heard some tools. As you see, the tool chain flow is similar to the GCC and bin utils, where you have an assembler and linker and compiler. So you have synthesis tools and bitstream tools and also programming tools. There's also Icestorm for programming this to your serial attached or USB serial attached FPGA. Got your stream running on the second monitor while tinkering around. That is amazing stuff. I really wish now that we are so long in the stream that I would have taken the Ryzen from the shelves, but yeah, whatever. Well, actually, so as long as people are watching, so let's see. As long as we have more than 10 people. I also have some stuff to do though. Always, let's do 30 minutes, some Firefox, and then you update cbind gen and SQLite and start to package FPGA stuff. And then how much time is gone? Something of that sort of 35 minutes, I guess. So yeah, all these dependencies. So what do you need? Uses. What is this, by the way? What is it doing? Something, I guess. Yeah, so this is equivalent to assembler, linker, and a synthesis tool. So you're documenting the letters ECP5. I guess this is this, right? Project trailers. And Python, modern C++, CMake Boost, OpenOCD for device program. Okay, so OpenOCD, do we have packaged that already? So yeah, this is probably content for a couple of more live streams or hours. So I've not even quite some stuff to package here. Well, we have fun fact: we have so many packages, and yet even not those. At least, yeah. So we have. Although even including old crap, that probably the soap stuff I can probably delete in the meantime. 3,700, soon 3,000 with this pace, soon for sure 3,800 packages. So yeah, SVN mkdir, OpenOCD. Oh, by the way, did I search for that with? Actually, no, I think this probably, yeah, this did search case insensitive. This probably also explains where the FTDI header came from whatever failed earlier, probably Iceproc or whatever what did I even? I was looking for Firefox. Open on-chip debugger. also releases out version Z SourceForge. Seriously? 2017 maybe? Or in the meantime GitHub, I don't getting good source repository. Hello, can we load this? Maybe? Maybe not. Oh, SourceForge. That explains why that is so slow. Okay, then probably let's package the release, because where was the release? Git official mirror, where would be the OpenOCD disk. And the next package to create. That is a super not amazing download URL. Seriously. Yeah, also modern dialogues can't even copy the text because let's see, Jesus, the last release is ancient there as usual. 1 FPS 5 cam. Yeah, I should have used. Yes, I know. Also, maybe this is loading more cores than it should be, or oh no, it's 4. Yeah, this is why you don't want Intel Core i7 ULV stuff in thin and light and ultra compact and whatsoever. Yeah, because Intel performance of yesteryears. Why do they always need to use such annoying download URLs? Anyway, I guess that's soon it for this live stream. Also, as usual, some people watching, but the problem is you don't learn so much. It's probably not the most interesting. But yeah, the good news is Firefox is still building with whatever last month's version of Rust I had here. And otherwise, we wonder why. Anyway, mostly this was about Firefox that needed some updates, but is otherwise compiling. It's of course cool to see so many people tuning in even for this. Who is the author? Can we probably... It's probably better to do this at night when nobody's watching, and although you have 14 people, which certainly is amazing. But otherwise I feel it's probably best time spent at midnight doing that alone at home, and otherwise live streaming something more usable. would be... Yeah, this release certainly is old, but I bet people are running it because it's West Coast and also waking up. That is good to know. Git source watch with the official mirror, probably because the other whatever super slow. Where would be the... There would be 3 authors. The problem with so many authors, I don't really want to copy so many, and then I always hope it's probably alphabetically sorted. Nah. See some author. I usually try to give the original primary author shout out, so much to the extra effort for that. Let's try some best random files, so maybe something like that, I hope. If you are the author and you feel someone else should be mentioned here, then let me know. Patch is always welcome. And without that, and let's see if the downloads, maybe not this funny URL. It did something though, although we don't have, this is only 7 set. Yeah, this thing is of course, yeah, 2019, each and every one is using another compressed archive format. It's a little bit annoying. Maybe we don't have support for that. We have support for so many stuff, but maybe not 7 set. It's always a little bit annoying to adding or I just package and Git snapshot of that too, because here's something. This may be more useful. Nothing since 2017. Maybe this at least gives us a more usable. Yes, here's something. tar, something normal. Why does the other side not list something normal? Come on, start, you can do it. So much to that funny download. Probably some Windows download. So, Docker image there for that somewhere. Compiling Raspberry Pi, because what I compile on Raspberry Pi, because setting up cross-compiling seems daunting, and I have not found a good guide for setting up Raspberry Pi. What? Raspberry Pi, you probably want to use T2 for your cross-compiling needs, don't you? OpenOCD. I certainly use T2 for cross-compiling for ARM. Recently done that even on a Raspberry Pi Zero, but it's of course super slow if you're doing this natively. So yeah, with T2 probably I should, we have some target, but probably I should make a pure cross-compile target for using T2 on any other foreign Linux distribution, and bootstrapping and compiling just that. And almost noon in the CLT down there in the, it's almost noon. What is CLT? CLT central something? Anyway, yeah. Also this failed because Win32 compat, are you kidding me? GimH not found, or dependencies never heard about. What the heck is that even? Yeah, 20 years of packaging Linux stuff and you still find, I mean it's, yeah, never can, yeah, Gim, whatever, open source. What would that be? Gim, OpenOCD, Gim TCL. Can't make this up. What is it even? Gim subcommand. Part of open, what? It's part of... Here's something though. Uh, 42, yes, you can change root, that of course works, but it's... so you can of course just unpack the whole T2, wherever change root of course, as just what I do here on the SJ Octane or PS3 to test a new build on the somewhere on this or the other channel. MIP64N32 test the other day on live on an SJ Octane. If this is bulb, maybe it doesn't like, I don't know, maybe it doesn't like T2 transforming or setting some ceiling, GimH. So you're saying, let's look for this. So the problem is I built most likely in OpenOCD and TempFS. Yeah, of course I built in TempFS because performance. So let's disable that and try that. Using another keyboard on each desk can drive you crazy. Yes, it's in Gim TCL. It is a submodule. You should get an archive.const arise version of. Didn't build though. Source. Shitty typing, only live on YouTube. Yeah, it's there. Then whatever. Probably doesn't like some setting some C flags and expect some dash capital I include stuff. Maybe so. Probably. So usually, I mean, it's also silly that stuff doesn't just build, right? But probably I would expect. Yeah. So this doesn't work. Let's see if it works with just make. Yeah. So okay, this probably. Doesn't work with, as you see this, so either this is parallel make, as you probably Piotr also knows from good old times when compiling parallel didn't work, or alternatively it doesn't, yeah, also encoding performance going down even more because two builds. Let's make clean, let's make eval make opt, so this most likely fails again, yeah, so we can try dash J1, okay, this doesn't work. Then let's echo this, and yeah, so this is setting CC and whatnot. So either it is, I guess, adding something to CC or something of that sort in the make file, and it doesn't like that. Let's run this manual like, so this will of course not work. And so either, so yeah, let's remove one by one. Let's see which it is. maybe CPP. It's of course also hilarious that you're supposed to define this and then stuff doesn't work. Yeah, okay, so setting CC doesn't. Amazing stuff in 2019, only live on this channel. Probably just var remove this here. Don't know, does this work? Maybe because this quoting is a little bit either this or this. Okay, that works. And let's try that in the package. Cheap workarounds for 0, OpenOCD. So yeah, parallel, you will have to disable parallel to install iVerilog, for example. You can see it in the summon script. Yeah, also this is also what we do still, not only back in the day at Rock Linux, but also in T2. We just mark the stuff no parallel because no time and money for spending hours to fix broken makefiles. Certainly not fun to fix makefiles, and especially not your own. And that's why Aston builds from Git to build OpenOCD, which happens more often than I would like. Why do you build OpenOCD so often? Is there always a new feature you need? So is there even a point of updating, of packaging the 2017 version, or is it a complete waste of time anyway because outdated stuff? But yeah, you see quite some packages. Why have I not immediately flashed stuff on it? Because first, packaging all this stuff, obviously, and yeah. It looks like we make T2 the scientific or developers Linux dream. Maybe, hopefully, allegedly much better than what was the other Linux the other day? Pinyin Linux? No. Whatever that was. What did Forbes praise the other day of Huawei's Chinese fame? 1005 Linux distributions. That would be start selling with a beautiful Linux named Pippin something. Deepin. Pippin was very close. Yeah, Deepin Linux, previous yesterday's IT news stream there on the other channel. So that's why Piotr prefers using the Blackmagic probe as to avoid use of OpenOCD, at least for the chips. And yeah, Andre was faster than I. Wait a second. Later clips did. Anyway. So yeah, stuff is compiling, keeping our Mac Mini warm. If you think this compile takes long, and yes, of course it failed again because probably good reasons. Oh, wait a second, is this? Oh no, it didn't fail, it just looked, it worked. Yes, yay, something builds OpenOCD. Copy var ADM cache for the dependencies. OpenOCD to here. That certainly looks quite good. Why is this? Or maybe I didn't svn add. While we are at it, we can just, it's totally nitpicking and attention to detail, but this reference time doesn't work like this because it's not a reference build, so it doesn't really use for us much, but just to make this more pretty, some manual fine-tuning there. And did I add everything? Actually not sure about the license, so probably anyway, whatever, good enough. So does it even make sense to package this, or is it too outdated to work? Yeah, so Firefox still compiling. So this also means something else failed earlier, right? So this was it Icestorm, which wanted this header, which might have been FTDI. This might be this is in var ADM, plain old simple ASCII files here. No, it's not. Ah, wait a second, also without colon. Yeah, OpenOCDs. Why is this user share? Are you kidding me? Why is this so far hidden in wait a second, what? These are not headers to start with, no. It's not in there. Anyway, tried writing 64 megabyte flash on a MIPS target. Not really blaming for having some bitrate issues. Too many supported targets cause them to not have any way to test all of them. Yep. Anyway, so wherever this FTDI header came from, so quite some stuff to package. Still, there's also our Firefox. Could probably libftdi. Okay, there is a library for that. libftdi. Driver bitbang mode. Would be, which is the official. Is an alternative open source from here. Okay, the next package to package. You can never have enough packages. Ah. Yep, I should have unpacked the Horizon there from our compute node because nah, compile time. Maybe stable. Download is there. Let's see, in the end used to expect upload a small driver over JTAG, handle the rest from an UART. Surprised it even worked. It's not a bad solution. Essential what you do over JTAG when you flash a chip. So that would be libconfuse. It needs libconfuse, seriously? Parsing configuration files. But at least libconfuse I remember, maybe we have that. License would be license LGPL, author someone, changelog, all commits, okay, tree, authors, main developer, okay, fine. Depends slightly on the target, sometimes doing flash, subsystem requires fast enough, needs to stop. So, libconfuse we have, amazing stuff. Emerge, libconfuse and libftdi. This installs too much because missing only. So yeah, as you see, you need more than an aging ultra low voltage Core i7 in an overheating Mac Mini. And yeah, lesson learned, you shouldn't cheapskate on not getting the Ryzen on the desk, which, fun fact, I would have on the desk is if AMD would be shipping the 3950X, and yeah, Rust and Cargo and Firefox, and yeah, still compiling. And FTDI, so that was that. Also, this was libconfuse. Let's see, can we? Yeah, we need old config because need to refresh the package database as we just added this. Actually, we could have just, anyway, get the idea. Config finished, libconfuse. Also best without typo, lib FTDI. That certainly works better that way. And on Twitch, yeah, and join the live coding team. This content is really fitting that category. Actually, I signed up for Twitch. Just that, what would be, then you could tell me when we do that here live on YouTube, Twitch. I tried this, maybe also this is Twitter, not Twitch. What notification do I have? Stefan Paletta, and Stefan Paletta from also Rock Linux fame liked my retweet of leaving the App Store. Yay, it's official, we left the App Store because it sucks also. Yeah. Anyway, can't make this up. Also good old Rock Linux community, so Twitch. Best without typo, can we get here? So I signed up for this when I desoldered all the nearly 70 Cherry MX switches. So if I actually, so the fun fact, also, so we built this, what would be streams like that? Twitch, something live coder, okay. Copy link to address. Because I didn't find that, I only looked shortly, and with so I searched here. Twitch even wanted me to sign up for some channels, and I put their code and whatnot, and Linux and whatnot, and gave me nothing. So subscribe, I guess. What? Okay, that is something. Get bits, live coders. I don't know, something. Need to learn Twitch, whatever here. Anyway, so finished that, and FTDE, so lib FTDI, then copy this cache also. We'll check Twitch another day. libftdi. So yeah, as you see, making T2 great again. Many package at a time. This cache is then also manual tweaked here just for the fun of it. That build, so then commit libftdi. Maybe at this pace I have sdin converted back to previously known rock Linux in no time. And that probably looks okay-ish, I guess. Commit that. Then what failed previously, I think Icestorm. Wanted FTDI, I guess, yeah. So then build package Icestorm again. And but so let's see, science is the correct category. Oh, okay, because I only added some bunch of random garbage. I have to say I don't like the interface here. This is kind of confusing to get used to. Whatever yeah, you see, I signed up for Linus. So the most useful stuff was Code Marco, Quake, and Linus Tech. That's only halfway decent, reasonable stuff I found there. So let's see, there would be follow channels, partners, and science and technology. Okay. So how does it work here? Also, yeah, why is this now piling piece of slow garbage? Because not only are we compiling on 4 threads of the 8 threads, which again, hyper-threaded, right? So not like real threads, but Intel's hyper-threaded threads. Certainly not the most amazing. So 4 threads, Firefox 4 threads. And yeah, I reduced this on T2 already to 4 from 8 threads because live streaming and even that is not the most amazing and quite FPS throttling is for the purpose to make it easier to find non-gaming content. Yeah, somehow I've only found gaming and random other garbage. Okay, so follow here, and then probably I want to unfollow whatever this was, probably Quake. I only signed up for this random stuff because I think I had to select 3 stuff to sign up there, so except gaming I found, then at least the only thing I recognized was Quake. So whatever. And yeah, YouTube is complaining. Anyway, I do this later because this Mac Mini is already over. Saturated. Let's see if Icebreaker now builds. And then yeah, Firefox compiling. Then also need to continue with a little bit of actual commercial. Where would be my other email phone? As usual, 30-minute live stream turning in a hour marathon of packaging one thing after another. I have so many stuff to come up with, which also getting a call. Only live on YouTube, taking some phone calls. Yeah, so we have quite some stuff to package, so not only Rust and Cargo to update because, yeah, but even this, yeah, certainly only on an AMD Ryzen. And then finishing the FPGA stuff, and well, theoretically KDE and GNOME, but yeah, not really. So if you are into rolling release, open source distribution on PowerPC, MIPS, x86 and everything, RISC-V and all the good stuff, then you're welcome to share, like and subscribe and send in patches for KDE and GNOME because they're probably not doing that, only keeping it a little bit updated. But FPGA stuff to come, also yeah, fun stuff sometime soon between now and forever, which likely in a month or 2, is packaging Chrome just for the packaging sake. So yeah, tons of stuff, certainly. So looking forward to flash some stuff. Also, one thing I thought is cool, I've not yet looked into what kind of FPGA building blocks are out there. But one, I gave some examples of what cool, fun stuff we could do. And one thing, of course, one other thing I said, x86 core, not like 8086, not like 386, 8086 core with some VGA and whatever. But another idea that I had already quite some time ago, and I forgot to mention, is if you have vintage VGA cards, like a real one, like there is even like the fine, also this one. Yeah, so this one of course has a DVI transmitter soldered in there by myself. But for real VGA cards, like the 386 stuff, like T-Zeng and all the original IBM stuff with external RAM duct, I thought it might be a cool project and probably should be possible, I guess, if you want to attach this to a DVI display, to implement the RAM, the vintage legacy RAM deck protocol interface to attach your FPGA to any old, or many at least, like any compatible, like real actual VGA card of good old fame, and converts this to a DVI. Maybe another fun project. Not that I would do this sometime soon, but yeah, what sounds like fun? What sounds like fun, like packaging Chrome, or yeah. So also sometime soon, I really hope AMD is shipping 13950. I really need this also for my commercial projects here. Really, actually, don't want to buy something lesser than that. But that's it for today. Unless Piotr wants to clarify what ruffle, that sounds like fun. Probably good live coding. Yeah. Also, yeah, this is compiling now, but yeah, probably I really, yeah. Also, this is a recurring theme here. If I wanted to be on an AMD 3950 for 2 months already, I think. What was the original? Was it September? Probably, I guess. So yeah, 3950, 2 months overdue. I basically have the spare memory and mini IT export and stuff, and yeah, only waiting for this CPU SKU. Interesting packaging Chrome. Yeah, one super annoying, I said this already, I would have packaged this Chrome already, because I'm extremely disappointed with Chrome and Cargo. As amazing as Rust is, no, not Chrome and Cargo, Rust and Cargo. Actually, Rust, the language, is pretty cool, but Cargo, the micro-dependency ecosystem, hell, not so amazing. And due to that, I would have already packaged Chrome already, but it already needs a special tool for Google source repository. So it has some depot tool to check out some stuff. I've not even checked what. So before starting actually to build Chrome, you need to depot, get some whatever Google stuff, and that already turns me off quite a bit. But long term, especially for VA API, so as we are getting back here, the last theme of the last years, getting back to desktop Linux, because macOS peak bugs and everything else amazing here, we for sure want VA API hardware accelerated video decode, and yeah, Firefox is not delivering this, and Chrome also not, so we need to build this custom patched VA API hardware accelerated video variant for that. And yeah, that's probably it for today, because this is still compiling. Also, this is using local bin. I have the feeling we probably, is this already installing, or is it directly installing? Okay, I can already tell you now that user local is not the recommended place, and this will error out sometime soon, like now. Then maybe we finish packaging that, whatever other, was that right? But on the plus node it finished, so now we have some ice, whatever, something. We only need to tweak this to install somewhere else, which Or maybe this is config make. Oh, they default to C-lang, that is interesting. Okay, so this is prefix, so why would this not be, or maybe we are using, should Clifford of all people not have made this Rock Linux compatible? Running, yeah, this is, we have this in lowercase. Clifford, you should know that. Icestorm. So also, yeah, this is mine RF Icestorm. So that would be additional running code for var append make opt prefix equals prefix and maybe with an additional slash, let's see, grep prefix equals, that probably is, this is root prefix or, maybe this should usually work. Oh, wait a second, can we probably can alter this variable. Maybe we do make opt substitute. Should that work maybe? Yeah. It comes from having the alt graph thing there, it's a wrong location. Because I actually only use this keyboard for live streaming for the scene selection. There's the 10 extra keys. Make inst opt, so let's see, that probably should work with make opt, also best with translate prefix to prefix. Probably should or could solve this in an elegant way. Prefix Dave Hash is spending more time on, like, second, is spending more time on Icestorm these days and not Clifford. Clifford got better at handling over maintaining projects over the years. He just kept starting new projects and then eventually hands them over to someone. That sounds amazing. Make sure you give David Patreon a shout out. He does an amazing job, so sure, we do this, helping pushing the open source FPGA tools. It's good to support him. Sure, feel free to drop a link there while we stare on our log whether. So yeah, certainly support. Also, yeah, we have interesting discussions with even with our paid exact scan customers who after 5 years think charging exact scan, super amazing scan document scan project right to finance all our fun, and $99.99 for the pro version that basically runs forever except updates for 2+ years, like 2 years officially rounded to 3, and then we have discussions with customers like after 5 years they find it unfair to require an upgrade to the latest version for a price reduced $59.99 because they think updates should be free forever. So yeah, fun stuff. So yeah, make sure to support other open source people. And hello, Canvy, there is running prefix. Yeah, so this substituted this nicely, as you see here. That worked fantastically. Certainly better than redefining this variable, which already is nicely defined, and therefore probably avoid some toolchain versus, yeah. Thanks for posting this Patreon, amazing stuff. And anyone, you know, Mikar, anyone knows how Mikar is? Haven't seen a sign of life except on Twitter. Oh really, I actually just watched her FPGA Ice breaker videos yesterday. Didn't really realize that she's not so much. Although, is she not? I thought she's on Twitter. I thought she's running her own video platform thing now, right? So maybe you just missed the YouTube to her own, what is it, diode zone or so translation, but I'm not much more up to date than that. So measure here is, yeah, that is mine. Thank you for shouting that out. But right now I, well, need to get better at creating new code, which I actually also want in terms of low-level stuff. I'm still really, although my OCO01 is there behind the camera, it's a little bit sad that when you spend so many days on like the Silicon Motion Link 3D stuff, that basically everything is working except the texture size registers, the previous videos, for low-level stuff that nobody has ever done before, not even the manufacturer as a vendor of this silicon. And then you spend so much effort, everything is working except the texture size doesn't really work. That is really annoying. So wish. The problem is also finishing this, so I've actually not even an idea. I tried after the live stream of the Silicon Motion 3D stuff, low-level stuff there. I tried a couple of more hours, all kinds of bit combinations. It is super annoying when hardware is not doing what, well, not only not doing what's documented, but even doing random stuff, and even trying like this FPGA bit stream, trying all kinds of random bit combinations, and at the end you still don't have working texture. That is super annoying, I can tell you. And yeah, this is why also, yeah, this is also why software development is expensive also for our existing customers. Maintaining updates forever for free just doesn't work like that. And Eston Piotr thinks Mika is not very motivated to stream recently. She is tinkering with the setup and things in private. Okay. And yeah, that is also the thing, but also probably a shout out here at the end of the live stream why we need open, like really open specifications also for NVIDIA hardware, but also, yeah, PowerVR and everything else, because as you've seen in my live stream Silicon Motion, I got everything to work except texturing, which is super frustrating. I so wish to have more of amazing low-level code. Verge is working, Voodoo mostly. I need to finish texture also for the Voodoo. Silicon Motion Link 3D, and it's so much time gone into that, and then at the end, well, I have colored triangles but not textured triangles. So yeah, and why documenting this on YouTube like this is just so much work. And as with this packaging all the stuff, although we had at some point 15 people watching, even this somewhat slightly maybe not the most entertaining, although some people are watching. And yeah, next time I really, yeah, next time you just use the Ryzen, because yeah, Core i7, of course running this on the Ryzen would make this more interesting, because then building Firefox is just 15 minutes, and Icestorm maybe 5 or so, and yeah, less frame drop. So yeah. Seem pretty preoccupied with politics, as long as she's fine. Yes, is also the problem. The world is in such a not amazing state, and yeah, also when people are triggered here on this channel when I mention some political stuff, I certainly will not turn this into a political channel, but I will also not keep my mouth shut when some stuff is not amazing. So some political commentary is, and this is also not left versus right. This is just sane versus insane. And when some stuff is just bloody completely insane, you can't expect me not to mention that some stuff is insane. So, sorry for those. Probably not triggering either Piotr or Christian, but I know one is so triggered that he unsubscribed, but they are also maybe anyway for good measure or something. So yeah, this is still building. This is now with the other prefix, and we also can prepare to commit this. That would be package ice something, ice whatever, ice not breaker, Icestorm. Yeah, so this is finished, was finished successfully. Hello, can we? So yeah, this doesn't complete because that. Copy the cache file from Icestorm cache. The usual, yeah, this is not 100 but maybe 50 for some. Wow, this installs 100 megabyte and big stuff. So this is Icestorm, that build. Let's take a final look at the desk file. That looks mostly okay-ish. So edit Icestorm, check some auto-generated, most of the stuff there. That build, cache file is there. Cache file, of course, for the automatically generated dependencies, not so many, mostly libftdi and libusb there, so not really many dependencies there. That is, of course, the beauty from the Rock Linux, aka T2 auto track dependency stuff. Nobody needs to fiddle around with this manually, and probably that looks okay-ish. Although Piotr just said Icestorm. Let's give this other developer a shout out here for good measure. I usually try not to put here like 20 original authors, but the main ones. So that would be, let's maybe, or do we have this open Icestorm next PNR? Did we already start packaging next PNR? Anyway, let's first Icestorm. Is there some other author in there already? Copying makefile. Too many. Is here an email address somewhere? Maybe here. Can we load? Hello, internet. Sign in or should probably be signed in here somewhere. Too many. Oh, is this? Is this? So, oops. Then commit that. That probably looks better then. And Icestorm. So next was, but then we really stop next PNR, did we download this already, or what happened with that build? Next PN. Didn't we build this yet? But then this is really the last thing we will package today. And when we got all this stuff working, as Eston said, there are still some more things to do. Yeah, thanks for agreeing that it's fine to mention some politics. Also, this is, in my opinion, well, I'm not talking the whole day politics here, but the problem is, of course, if people, it's of course fine that people have a different opinion, although maybe starting wars all over the world is not the most amazing thing to do. And then with not accepting others people's opinion and being so triggered with just some comments left or right that are not amazing all over the world, people are trapped in their filter bubble, right? So that so this one's IS40 as far as I'm concerned for now. And in my opinion, mentioning getting some other opinion sometimes might also get some people to think a little bit. Var append c make up, I guess. And healthy discussion is always fine with Christian too. And so yeah, let's see what this goes. And yeah, when you were wondering, I said this already an hour ago, which by the way, fun fact, what time is it now? That you probably don't want an ultra low voltage. Python 3 could not be found. What's like what? Boost Python 3? No version of, so it wants some boost Python 3? Are you kidding me? Okay, fun stuff that I probably need to find boost. Oh, wait a second, maybe I don't have boosted, but I probably have not updated boost in quite a while either. So the fun stuff is such kind of more exotic packages like this, like scientific hardcore stuff, is that not only Firefox with Rust and Cargo and cbind gen and SQLite, that this kind of stuff always forces me to update this kind of packages, because what I'm not using personally, I usually don't update in quite a while, especially not this huge stuff like, yeah, this might be 2017. So most likely this also needs an update, and then maybe another version 171. Yeah, that sure enough is boost 171. And also notice all the varying download stuff. Yeah, also probably a new download location. That's probably switched after a while to somewhere else. Release notes, wait a second, download, here is copy link location. This is also why packaging all this stuff takes some time, because they constantly change and all of them are different, even different version encoding with dots and underscores and whatnot. This even gives me something. Okay, fine. So then will not compile boost here on this aging Core i7 Mac Mini. After a couple of yeah, Piotr, thanks for tuning in. I need to go. I need to get going as well. I will anyway not compile more stuff on this aging Core i7 Mac Mini, because also thermal throttling. And thanks for watching. I hope you learned something. And if you want a rolling release source distribution, maybe T2 is soon for you with all this amazing exotic stuff packaged. And hope to see you soon. And also, yeah, Firefox being committed here next. Boost, and so you see making here on YouTube, on this channel with Patreon and YouTube stuff, making T2 one of the most up-to-date and greatest and latest distributions out there again. And yeah, see you soon. Hope you tune in for all the next live streams and FPGA tinkering to come.